Yes, guys, we're back for the part two. So, what was you touching on there, T?
Yeah, saying yeah, they got 8 days rest after that. So,
Yeah,
and keep it going, just to keep a good flow as well. Um, I think he should.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, then they can
keep it.
relax, chill for playing games, and try and
Yeah,
get everyone to get a bit of game time. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah. So just sort of keep it flowing. Don't
mm,
have to make no sort of radical changes really. Just
mm,
keep the basis of the main team, and just one or two players come in and show what they can do. And I'm sure Odegaard or whoever he decides to start, they'll all be available as well. And I'm sure they'll get their game time as well. So yeah, we're just in a great position. That's what it sounds like. Nearly a clean bill of health. We haven't got that much injuries really. We was all concerned when Jesus weren't available when he got injured in the World Cup. And he's thinking, boy, but Eddie, he stepped up, man. He stepped up. He performed in a big game, and I'm sure he's going to try and continue that this weekend. Tomorrow,
mm.
and I think he's going to do well. I can see him probably bagging a goal still. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But I'm definitely confident. I think we can beat him. I think we can beat him. Um, but yeah, we just have to wait and see. And in Arteta, we trust. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
What's the first game? Is it at home?
Against what, Man City?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so.
Mm. Yeah. So what I'm saying, if you can get that win that first game, yeah, then we don't really need to bother about the second game still, because at least as long as we match, yeah, as long as we match the points, yeah, it's
Mm,
not too bad. So even if it was two draws, it's
yeah,
less blood because we're still 8 points ahead. So
absolutely.
even if we won one and then lost one, there's
Yeah,
still it's still a bit, and it's still back out you before the win, because then if it's two draws, then and then Man United win there too, then they can get a bit closer still. But if it's one win, one loss
yeah,
to City,
yeah,
that's not too
yeah.
shabby still.
That's not shabby at all. It's good, good results.
Mm.
Brilliant results.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
man.
but the thing is, that it's going to be a test because playing a City that's like they ain't taking Arsenal no lightly now. And you've seen it like with them against Liverpool, they're tense games, isn't it? So now
Mm,
Arsenal has kind of a tense game against City, which is
absolutely.
that's a City that's not taking them lightly. That's going to be a
Mm,
City that's coming to us win, and like they
absolutely.
and with a need to win. It's not even like win to win one. They need to win both.
Leading, yeah. I agree. But you know
So we
what?
kind of so we kind of got to play that to our advantage as well. Their thing that they have to win. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. But as long as I think we're good, as long as we go with the right mentality in those games, and we've got to remind ourselves, and I'm sure
Mm,
Arteta's reminded them that we are the number one team, top of
mm,
the league. We can't no longer worry about Man City. We have to
mm.
worry about performing to our best and ensuring we
Yeah.
get over ensuring that we get in the fish over the finishing line. We need to do it. We need to do it
Mm,
just like them, and they need to worry about us as well. Because if they lose against us, well, there you go. They're just going to draw further away from us. So
yeah.
um, that's going to be a good matchup, and I'm confident. We've definitely showed our ability. Saka's looking like an absolute rude boy at the moment.
A beast.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so yeah. So again, that's good. So top of the league. Everyone knows it. The Gunners we're finally where we're supposed to be. Um, we're looking at a few signings. We all know that we need a midfielder. Um, so apparently we're looking at Zubamendi. He's from Real Sociedad.
Mm.
Just under 53 million release clause. They're saying that's what we have to meet if we want him. Boy, do
How
you
much?
think that's
53.
53 million? Now I
Well,
don't
for
know much
January.
for January. That they're
Mm.
saying, and the thing is, we're looking at him because obviously El Nini's injured as well. Um,
And
the
they've got
only
someone else
thing,
as well. The same as well, the Everton guy in it. Because see that on is it Everton? Oh no, Brighton. Brighton, the black guy for Brighton, I think.
oh yeah, 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 I forgot his
Mm.
name, but so many. The thing is, we do need a midfielder, and this
Mm.
guy, Zubamendi, in particular, I believe he's rated. I know Xavi at Barcelona wants him. and they're trying to hijack the deal. You see what I mean? And obviously they're in Spain in it, so obviously they're trying to worm in there. I mean, what do you think that's worth it? Do you think we need to take that approach and go for
I
Zubimendi?
don't. If I will, I don't know too much about him still.
Yeah,
I trust if that's the Arsenal's number one target, then I have to trust
yeah,
in that. But obviously we
yeah.
do need backup in midfield, so
We do,
we
yeah.
do need backup in midfield. 50 mil, I guess, not too
50 mil.
bad.
Yeah. But
Not
he's
too bad
rated.
if it's 30 years. He's rated if
No,
he's 30 in that.
rated.
So
Yeah,
then 50 mil. I'll
yeah,
say that's fine. I mean today's market as well.
yeah,
And he's rated, then
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're also looking at Fresneda as well from Real Valladolid. We spoke about that earlier. Right back. They're saying that basically
Yeah.
we need to try and conclude this deal within the next 2 days if we really want it. If we're serious, they want this deal done within the next 2 days. Now,
Yeah.
I don't
Why do
know.
you think he's going for a why do you think he's going for a right back?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not sure why he is. I mean, we've got Tomiyasu there that's doing well. Ben White he's fantastic there in the right back. So
Mm.
Ben White is just really I'm not sure why he would even do that because it's gonna affect Tomiyasu in some way. And I don't know if that's the approach they're supposed to be taking. I mean, why do we need a right back?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Unless you're
I
looking to make one of them maybe Tommy more of a backup as well in the middle as well. So then he
But then
doesn't maybe need
we've
anymore.
we just bought the
Sign
centre
young guy.
back. We just bought the centre
Mm.
back, Kawhi, the Polish centre back. So it's like from Spezia. So if we brought him in, why do we need another defender? I definitely think I hope they push on with this midfielder because that's what we need. We've needed a midfielder for a while. Obviously there was talks of Tielemans coming in. Obviously we've been looking at Declan Rice, but that's probably more for maybe next season. But right now we need to get someone in. So I'm hoping they actually do the deal. You know, they must know what they need to do. We need a midfielder, period. And he's rated. If you've got Barcelona looking at this player and really trying to hijack the deal, that says something. That says he's a baller. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, how not long left, isn't it? We've got about what, 5 days left.
yeah.
I
So
can see, I can see us doing something else.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. It's you know what? We're getting the back in. I like what Edu and Arteta is doing. You know, it seems like they're getting backing from the higher ups. Where I feel like the club in a whole, we're taking ourselves seriously from the players, from the backroom staff, management,
I
the
really think they're
board.
trusting Arteta. I actually really think they're trusting Arteta. I think
Yeah, absolutely.
I think more than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really him and I guess, for what type of play he wants and whatnot. He's very particular. That's why I guess that's why he's really, I guess, passionate on the side because it's like, it's his project. I guess it's his
Yeah,
project, isn't it? It's his
it's his
thing.
project. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, you've seen, because
yeah.
we've seen Edu just buy Willians and buy, you know what I mean? All these,
Mm-hmm.
and all these sort of players. So the difference here in regards to these, I guess, the transfers must be, I think, Arteta, and they've obviously changed the management responsibilities in it. Because remember, he
Yes,
went to coach, and now it's gone back to manager.
yes,
They'll change it up and gone to manager. So yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
think he's done a good job. I mean, I have to give him big
Mm.
ratings, man. I think everyone, all players, yeah, it's done a good job. But the thing is, it's half the season.
Half the season. Yeah.
And the thing is, what people need to understand sometimes is like, sometimes you see people and you feel like Liverpool, you think, you would have thought Liverpool would think the way it is, but it can happen. So that's why we just got to
Mm.
keep it focused and whatnot. Where sometimes we think, oh no, you can't see, they're not going to drop off like I mean, and then sometimes some teams it just happens. So we just
Mm.
got to make sure this keeps on going and they
Well,
take the pressure. So yeah, I think
yeah.
I kind of like the fact that they're in such a good position because even the fact that Man City, they play Man City because quite early as well. Because say they get into a run, like they don't have to give it for Man City anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to deal with Man City no more. They don't have to deal with Man United no more. They don't need to have to deal with Spurs no more.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Okay, they've got
Mm,
Newcastle again out of the, and that's Newcastle and who else? Chelsea
yeah,
and top that. So yeah, I mean, so it's good that I think we're getting Man City out of the way as well. And really and truly, looking at we can drop points to them, still be ahead.
exactly,
So yeah,
exactly.
yeah, we've got to take
And
advantage, man. And we've got to use their frustration against them because you can see when Man City get a bit frustrated, they just you don't know what to do.
yeah,
They don't know what
yeah,
to do.
exactly. Yeah, I do definitely see them dropping a couple of points further on in the season as well. They'll still do their thing. They'll still be roundabouts, but I still see a points dropped here
Because
or
they got
there.
Spurs against, don't they?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And they're normally the both.
So
I'll say they're normally the bogey team, but but they just slapped them up again. You know
yeah,
what I mean, 2-0,
yeah,
2-0 down, but they're gonna come back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the best time, man, to face him. Haaland's not at his best. Even don't get me wrong, I know that sounds crazy because he got his hat trick the other day. I
No,
know,
I think you
I
know it is.
know.
I think he is. I think he's like as I said, he's the
You
end
think
of the.
so?
Yeah, I just think all it is just that you just know you know the guy. Yeah, the guy has beaten last year's Golden Boot already halfway through the season, and he's already beaten him by 3 goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man's
he's
on
a baller,
25 goals.
man. He's a top
So
boy still. He's a top boy still. He
yeah,
is.
so
He's a
and
top boy.
he's just not. And what it is like, I was watching the game when he didn't score against who did they play when they didn't win?
The
I
game where he
can't
didn't
remember who it
score.
was. Yeah, it was recently. Who did it, was it just before the Spurs game? I think it was. But
It
anyway,
was.
was it not Brentford? Brentford?
Was it Brentford? No, I don't think it was Brentford.
Yeah, I can't remember what. Anyway, but when I watched it, they were. It's like as a team, they weren't playing it. Like he made so many runs. It was
Yeah.
weird. It was weird because I'm not. I'm used to them being quite direct. Even De Bruyne being direct.
Mm.
As soon as he
Yeah.
gets that ball, he's playing it forward. They were
Yeah.
playing it sideways. Even the Bernardo Silva, he had like a straight ball to play to him. They cut back, and I was like, "What?" They just weren't playing like that. And when he was making the runs, they weren't playing it. And I'm like, it's kind of like someone that don't have faith. Obviously, they must have faith in him because he's banging the goals all the time. But it's that game was like he was playing like he was playing with a player that they didn't have faith in. So they were when
Yeah.
there was like a little bit of a tricky ball, they weren't playing it. It was a bit of a weird. It was a weird one that
Yeah.
game, and that
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
his
I
fault.
remember.
That wasn't his fault. They weren't playing it to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, really, what is as well, what is because he's like Nketiah, and I don't want to say that because that sounds like they're on the same level. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, but because he likes to be on the back of the edge of things, you just got if you stop the supply, if the supply's a bit funny, it's hard
Mm.
for a minute. So we just got to get on that. Get the Boyner and it's boss that midfield in there,
That's
and
right.
then he's not going to be as much in play. So
Yeah.
that's what he got to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's like if Arsenal. If I mean, the Nketiah was looking cool, but but it's because the team are doing well. And I think it's like when you said the other day, you said like if any decent number 9 for Arsenal, as long as he's active and hungry, you expect him to get goals because they're so dominant and creating.
I hear you.
Um,
I hear you.
yeah, I mean, then
But
so if that didn't happen now, then Nketiah ain't scoring no goals. He's not like
on
a
the
Sanchez or something like that. Or
on the flip side of it as well, it's
mm.
Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez right now, poof, is looking.
I don't think he's that can. I think he's a top baller. I don't think he's all. He can go quiet though.
He can, but I think recently he's been showing this year. I think Riyad Mahrez has been. He's on form at the moment. Like he can pop up.
Who's on his side?
He's on his side. That would be well, it depends because that would be Zinchenko or it'd be going up against Tierney,
Really?
depending on the FA Cup or they playing him in the Premier League. And I'm sure he'll be starting both games probably. They'll probably change the other side and maybe bring on Grealish or maybe swap. Who knows?
Yeah,
Um,
he's
but
like he ain't favouring Foden for now, isn't it? He ain't. It's like him and Foden and Cancelo for some reason. He's
you
just
know
like
what? I don't think so. I think what it is with Pep. I think Pep is just a really good manager, bro. I think he gives his players. He gives them their time. He rests some players. I just think that maybe he just thought maybe Foden had maybe dropped a little bit, and he probably thought what, let me just put you on the sidelines. You're a young player. I still like you, but you need to just needs to feel it a little bit. Maybe get that hunger back a bit.
I
And I
think
think
he
there's nothing wrong with that.
I think he was on it. Using and the thing is why I say that because he was in my fantasy football team Foden, and then he was on it. He was banging goals, and then He played didn't play Grealish one game, and I thought, all right, cool. Why is he playing him? I don't know, but I thought, okay, maybe because they got like another game 3 games later. But he played Grealish again. Then he played him again 3 games and started him 3 games in a row. And I was like, whoa, what's happened there? And then he was only given Foden like 10 minutes, not even like 30 minutes. I mean, he was given like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So
but but the thing is, it's about managing these players, and I think it
yeah,
could be, it could be that maybe he just needs to give Grealish a few games, just kind of, maybe just keep the balance. You don't want any players unhappy or whatever. But I don't see Grealish going in the next 3, 4, 5 games. Like I
I'm
definitely
saying
think
play
that he's
Grealish.
gonna pull.
Yeah,
Say that again.
I wouldn't mind him playing Grealish against us. He's not a
Well,
goal scorer. He's not a goal scorer.
no, he's not. He's not. For me personally. See with Grealish, for me personally, I think he's got good ability. I think he's a talent, but I definitely think he's overrated. Overrated. I definitely feel like he's the type of player. He plays for fouls and free kicks. When the going gets tough, it's like he's got that mindset. Right, I'm gonna go to floor. I'm gonna try and force contact. I'm gonna make you like touch me, and I'm gonna try and go past you. I'm gonna draw you in, get the foul. And I don't really like
Yeah,
players like that. To be honest, it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? Because really, you want to be staying on your feet and getting off that shot and doing what you can to sort of beat them, stay on your feet and do what you got to do. So for me personally, I feel like he could be a better player than what he is, but for me, he's not really the guy. And yeah, I would prefer him to start as well. That'd be brilliant.
yeah. He said as well. He said when a couple times I've heard him talk. Like one time was after they won it last season, and he
Mm,
was saying this like there's something about him adjusting to the thing in the pep and then all of the instructions. So I think obviously that's I guess what he's got to get used to in it because I
yeah.
guess in last he was the man in it, so he had free reigns to just do what he wanted. Whereas
Mm,
now he's like a bit more of a structured system, and you see like even at Arteta, he has these specific ways of moving and his play. You know what I mean, so
mm,
I guess understanding that is what he's I guess trying to get to. But he's never been a goal scorer anyway. For them goals.
yeah.
He's one that, as you said,
Yeah.
he gets you. He's tricky, can assist, and he'll get you those fouls. You know what I mean? So,
Mm, yeah.
but
Yeah.
what I think the score's going to be, boy, I don't know. I don't know because what it is, I can see any of them winning. I can see any of them winning,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like Arsenal. Yeah, I don't know. 2-1
Yeah.
somewhere. 2-1 somewhere.
So, you going for the win, or not? What you saying?
I think we go for the win. I'll say that. The only reason I might say that is 'cause possibly Pep might rest players because he feels he can because of the
Mhm.
squad.
Mhm.
So maybe they might pay into Arsenal when they may get, I mean, be able to get the win. But it's
Yeah.
dealing with that. Yeah. I wonder if he'll pay all his cards because because then, I mean, they come in hard. They like to come if they start losing, they start to
Yeah.
come hard, isn't it?
Well, he's got such a big squad.
Mm.
He's got such a big squad. It doesn't really matter who he plays. They'll still play to the same system, still
Oh yeah.
quality. So it's like, yeah, I think he's going to make quite a few changes. But I do think Marvis is going to be playing, and I think I think Marvis is a tricky player. I think Marvis on form, a really good player,
I think he's
and
gonna play Alvarez
oh yeah, I definitely think Alvarez might feature. But then
and
well, that's
Grealish.
the thing. So you think he'll play Alvarez and Grealish? So do you think he's not going to start Haaland?
No, I think he'll start Ireland.
Oh, okay. So you think you might
But
play
I think
Alvarez?
you probably play Alvarez and maybe Foden because Foden hasn't been playing.
Well, the
So
last
maybe
game he
Foden
played.
Alvarez.
Well, last time he actually played Alvarez in KDB's position. So do you think that he
Really?
might even? Yeah, yeah. You think he might even do that? I don't actually. I don't. I can't. I don't really see him resting like Kevin. I think Kevin's gonna play.
Yeah. Because he rested the other game as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So I
It's,
think.
it's a weird thing in it because what it is not. This is not now like team versus team in it. It's a bit like it's a bit more tactical and it's like
Yeah.
because they know we got to play each other again not too long afterwards. It's like how are they
That's
going to take this game in it? It's now it's about the brain of the manager in it. It's about what they thinking. Are they
and
thinking?
that's what I'm saying, my guy.
Yeah. So it's
What
hard to
what
call because like who's
what do
playing
we
the
want to
game.
do? Do we want to go all guns blazing? Do we want to go in and win this game, or do we want to sort of keep our cards close to our chest?
Hmm.
and leave one or two of our main hitters for the Premier League clash. Keep them available. They're going to be available, but save them to the Premier League. I don't know. It's a tricky one. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a mental game here between them two. And remember, they know each other as well. So it's even more of a mental game.
Because Arteta said that when he came over, and he was that they used to call him in it and say like, "What's it like in the Premier League?" And I mean, and this player and that player and all that sort of stuff. So, and that's why as soon as he got here, he's like, "Boom, Arteta come straight away."
Yeah,
that's and you're asking for ideas and all that sort of stuff. So it's intriguing. It's interesting, isn't it?
Intriguing, yeah, man. So this is the final question. Now, obviously, we're going to be touching on this as well, but when we face Man City in the Premier League clash, if we win that game, what do you think? What's our chances of winning the Premier League?
I think it's going to be sky high.
Yeah, 100%.
Sky high. I think we've got we've got to be favourites to win it. Definitely.
Yeah. 100%.
Definitely.
I still think there's some people out there that believe maybe Man City will make a comeback.
I think now.
I
think now because I think even the pundits are saying like even that Netherlands stuff. I don't know if it's more wishful thinking, but even Netherlands saying it. I think Finger saying Arsenal, but I think it's that game because you know what I think with that they think as well. It's about a mental shift as well. So would and does that mean Man City's going to kick on one of them mad runs? And then how and also they don't know how the pressure of coming down to them final games is going to take Arsenal because you're starting to play teams that are going to be in a delegation, so they're going to be fighting like to stay up. I mean, than other players and whatnot. So I think that's why they just question that, and really and truly we don't know that because this is a new Arsenal team. This is a new thing that they're coming out with. Just I mean, the blue. So we're learning about them still, innit? So
yeah.
Whereas, and about City, when with City, you know that they can do this, they can do that, blah 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 blah. But obviously people they've dropped off. Like it's been a big thing dropping off. Like like Jesus and Sterling, who score goals, who score goals, and they took away two players that score a lot, and not one like a little bit of goals. They were scoring a lot of goals. Do you know what I mean? I think Sterling was top goal scorer for them at some points and whatnot. So they've dropped off a lot of goals. So
yeah,
man. It's got to be one win. This one win against them. Yeah, got to be favourites. Got to be favourites. Got to be favourites.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah. The only other team maybe that can come and play like that, who they need to be worried about after that is on name sort of things, Liverpool. But Liverpool, boy, Liverpool.
Don't think it's their season this year.
They need to get all their players back to come back to get back to how they was. They actually need all their players back, and I don't know when like Diaz and that going to be coming back.
Yeah. I still think they can maybe qualify for the Champions League. It's a big ask. It's a big ask, but you just never know. Possibly. I know Tottenham's holding up 4th spot at the moment, or is it?
Unless they get players back, I can't see it. Unless I think probably like Diaz. If Diaz can get Diaz back, then I can maybe see all right. Because even Van Dijk's injured now. Not that he's been great either, but
yeah. They're going through problems. Yeah, it's not their season this year. So
I don't think they'll get Champions League, to be fair.
Yeah. You never know. You just never know. The tight one this year. But anyway, lads, we're in a great position. The Arsenal, and that's it. So we've got the big game tomorrow, FA Cup round 4 against Man City. We're gonna be playing. We're playing away as well, so it's gonna be a tricky one. Let's see how it goes. But boys, we'll be back with you tomorrow with a post-match review. Check it out. Allegiance to the game. Salute, my guy. Catch you tomorrow, my guy.
Bless.
Come on, Gunners.